They Jehovah themselves out of $2 million. But you shouldn't need that money anyway. Because remember, you ain't no part of the world. Well, hello there. It's a little chilly out here. Welcome back. I don't know how this is going to go, y'all. Okay? Because I'm out here and I feel like somebody's like looking at me through their window. But I'm not really sure. So I wanted to get to this whole entire Norway situation. Norway is no longer going to be funding the Jehovah's Witnesses. When I saw this come across my feed, that makes very true of the statement that I said when they say they're no part of the world. Then what are you doing receiving funding from Norway? See, the Norwegian government ain't having it. But I find it ironic that the Jehovah's Witnesses was receiving funding. What are you doing receiving funding from
the world?
Which is the Norwegian government, claim not to be any part of this world. Isn't receiving funding? That's from the world. That's from
Satan.
So you getting funding from Satan, from Christendom, from politics, from taxpayers, but you're not a part of the world. So anyway, a government official cited that the Jehovah's Witnesses' exclusionary policies was justification for denying them state aid. Now, if you are a Jehovah's Witness here in the United States of America, there is no way you would even know that they were receiving funding from the Norwegian government. But now that you mention it, it kind of makes sense. I mean, just like here, when they signed an NGO in 1992, an NGO is a non-governmental organization with the United Nations. They signed an NGO in 1992. That was the year I got baptized. They signed that NGO. Okay, we ain't even gonna go there because that's a whole nother video. If you are a Jehovah's Witness practicing the faith in the United States of America, there's just no way you would ever have known they were receiving funding from the Norwegian government. $140 a person, which amounted to about $2 million. So this article makes me laugh because they basically Jehovah themselves out of $2 million with their disgusting policies. I think it's just hilarious. So let's get into it. So according to the Norwegian government's Ministry of Children and Family Affairs, there were 12,686 registered Jehovah's Witnesses in the country. That number meant that taxpayers were on the hook to giving witnesses $140 a member. If it was $140 per member in Norway for a Jehovah's Witness, where was that money going? And what witnesses was receiving that money? Was they getting that money personally? I would imagine that the Norwegian Jehovah's Witnesses didn't even know they were getting funding because they're so brainwashed, they would not know that
they were receiving money from Satan.
Number one. So anyway, so the Jehovah's Witnesses engage in the practice of disfellowship. And I remember my last video, we mentioned disfellowshipping. Exactly. That means, let's make it clear we know what disfellowshipping is. So disfellowshipping means the former Jehovah's Witness who leaves the religion are effectively excommunicated. Members are told not to have any interactions with them. The idea here is that the former members will get so lonely and so depressed that they'll eventually come crawling back. That's the goal. That's the plan. That's the whole reason they disfellowship. Doesn't work. It never has. It's the stupidest thing I ever heard of. A similar policy applies to children. If a child in a Jehovah's Witness family makes it a habit to break the moral standards of the Bible and doesn't repent, the witnesses teach they are also to be treated like pariahs. That means a young teenager who quits the religion is subject to exclusion from religious members. So, while their immediate family members don't have to kick them out, because this is what Jehovah's Witnesses will say, well, we don't kick them out, we let them live there. Normal family relations resume. No, it does not. That is a
Bold face.
They lied, of course. So because of these two systematic intentional offenses, neither of which can be denied by the witnesses themselves, the state administrator concluded that the witnesses are not deserving of subsidies. They're still allowed to practice their faith, of course. They just won't get taxpayers' money for it. So, in the conclusion, this is the funniest, they Jehovah'd themselves out of $2 million. They also tried to appeal the decision and lost the appeal. So, yeah, they're not getting any more funding from the Norwegian government. And all I have to say is kudos to Norway. Okay, kudos to Norway. So in Norway, the decision, the government is making it clear that religious institutions aren't going to get a free pass just because they happen to be religious. The Jehovah's Witnesses deserve to lose their funding. So do any other groups acting in the same awful ways. This is amazing. I mean, slowly but surely, something is happening, but it's not happening here in the United States. That's the problem, because the United States make rules that they don't enforce. So the Watchtower is able to get away with murder, literally murder, here in the United States, and the United States will not do anything. It's disgusting, but it is what it is. Kudos to Norway, by the way. Kudos to the Norwegian government for actually looking into this. Thank God for Norway. You're an amazing country. You actually listen to what your people have to say, your taxpayers and your victims that are suffering from horrible, disgusting religious institutions that are doing terrible things to them. Thank God for you, Norway. Good for you. I don't know if I can say the same for the United States, because it's just too much corruption here, okay? And the United States ain't stopping shit. But anyway, it was nice to know that Norway actually is doing something. Anyway, but you shouldn't need that money anyway, because remember, you ain't no part of the world. Anyway, thank you so much for watching this video. Drop some comments down below about what you think about Norway. Do you think Norway government was fair? I don't know why religious institutions think they can do whatever they want to people. What? Why? Who do you think you are? A religion? So then that makes religion one of the most corrupted institutions here, because they got religions that are sex cults. They got religions that sacrifice and hurt children. Just because you're a religion, that makes you exempt from the law. Thank you so much for watching this video. Feel free to like, comment, share, and subscribe. You're going to appeal some Satan money. You appealed to get Satan's money. You wasn't supposed to be receiving that in the first place. But anyway, that's all I got. I'll see you guys in another video. Peace.